Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I am a full-time reseller on both eBay and Amazon. I've been on eBay for over 15 years and today I just want to take a quick video and show you what I picked up at the thrift. I didn't take you with me to the thrift, but I want to show you what I picked up. I have about 15 minutes before my kids get out of school because for the first time ever, both of my kids are in school. That means I get time during the day to do more thrifting. Today is Wednesday and I usually do a big thrift on Wednesday. I go to my favorite thrift store and some other places, and today I found some really good stuff. So I'm going to show you what I found and I'm going to walk you through exactly what caught my eye about these items, so why I picked them up, so you can help learn why I did what I did and tell you what they're worth and all that. So let's get into it. So first I went to a consignment store. I know I said I was doing thrift, but the consignment store is like literally right next door to a Goodwill that I go to, so I decided to stop in there. Again, on the Wednesdays when I normally have my kid with me during the day before he goes to preschool, I don't feel comfortable taking him into this consignment store because they have a lot of breakables and stuff, so it's just a place that I rarely got to go to. And now I've been making it a part of my Wednesday routine to go check this place out because they have a lot of good beauty products, and you guys know I love my beauty products. So the first thing I picked up was this Victoria's Secret Velvet Petals La Creme body spray. Let's see if I can get the camera to pick it up. I paid $4.50. Now you'll notice that it's not completely full, which means it cannot go on eBay. Sadly, you cannot list used beauty on eBay unless it is considered vintage and a collectible. So that means this will have to go on Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, literally any other alternate marketplace. But I picked this up because in brand new condition, it's worth about $40. It's a desirable scent. And in this condition, more than half full, I can probably get about $25 for it on Mercari. So that's why I picked this one up, because the price is right. It's a discontinued scent, and it should sell well even in used condition on an alternate marketplace. And then along with that, I also picked up another Victoria's Secret spray, Dim All the Lights. I've actually never seen this scent before. But again, that one was also $4.50. It's in better shape. It's not used quite as much. It does have this disgusting like crap on the front that I'm gonna have to get off. But this one's even better than the last one. This one, if it was in brand new condition, would sell for about $50. It's another discontinued scent. So when it comes to these sort of Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, any sort of body mists, just look up the scent name and see, because they can vary so wildly. One scent might only be worth $20, another scent might be worth $50, another scent might only be worth $15. It costs you nothing to just look up the scent name and see if it's a good one. And that's what I did for all the ones there. They had more than just these two, but these are the only two I picked up because in their condition, they'll still sell well due to being a scarce product. They also had plenty of perfumes, and I picked up two perfumes. The first one was this Marc Jacobs Perfect. It's the 1.6 ounce, so it's not the big size. I paid $11.75. It's in like mostly full condition. I might be able to get away with calling this new. It's got the original lid. Sometimes when you find perfumes, they don't have the lid. They don't quite sell as well if they don't have the lid. People want it in full or mostly full condition with the cap. This one had a really favorable listed to sold ratio. There were more sold than listed. So that's always a good sign if you're looking at things. If there are more sold than listed, that tells you this has a pretty good sell-through rate. So that's why I picked this one up. I think when I looked, the cheapest one, if you wanted to buy one, was like $70, I think. So for $11.75, I can probably sell this for $50 or $60 in this not quite full, but probably still new condition. So there's some good profit in this particular scent. I also picked up Victoria's Secret Angel because again, this one has the lid. And unlike the other one, this is the big 3.4 ounce size. The bigger the perfume, the more it tends to be worth, obviously. But you definitely want to, when you're comping perfumes, it's very important to make sure that you're comping the correct size, because you could be looking at Victoria's Secret Angel and you might be looking at a bunch of solds that are pretty low, and that would be because it's like the smaller size perfume. That goes for any perfume. So definitely pay attention to what size it is and put that in your search terms when you're looking, so that you're making sure you're comping the correct size. It's so easy to look up a perfume and then think it's not worth anything because you're looking at the wrong size. But anyway, this one was $15.25, and again, I don't know if I can get away with calling this one new because it's been used somewhat. I'll have to see how full a new one comes. But again, when I looked this one up, I think it sells for about $60 or $65 brand new. And in this mostly full condition, I should probably be able to get at least 50. And for $15.25, that's a good spread. And while I did find some good things at the thrift right next to this consignment store, I'm gonna save them for last because you wanna save the best for last, right? So I went to my other typical Wednesday thrift store. It's my favorite thrift store. I've done many, many videos here. I only bought 2 things today. They didn't have that much stuff for me. And that's how it goes sometimes. You can come out with a whole horde of great stuff some days, and then another day you go and you might find nothing. That's the nature of the beast. But what I found today were 2 digital cameras. I don't usually pick up a lot of digital cameras, but these 2 were worth it. The first one was $20, and it came in a bag that said Vivitar. Now, Vivitar is not a brand that's typically worth money. It's a very cheap brand. But you always have to look inside this stuff because you can't just trust what the bags say. You can't always trust what the boxes say. Always look at what's inside so you can verify what it is. And I'm glad I did, because it was not, in fact, a Vivitar camera. It was a Canon PowerShot SX260HS. And not just a Canon PowerShot, but a teal Canon PowerShot. Colorful cameras tend to be worth a little more than usual. So when I looked this up, it looked like I could get at least $100 or more for this camera in this condition. I was very surprised that it came with its original battery and a memory card. When selling cameras, it's very important to include a memory card and a battery. So you can prove that the camera is working, number 1. And number 2, anything you can alleviate for the end buyer, you should. Nobody wants to buy a camera and then have to buy a battery for it. You know, that's a pretty integral part of the camera. So you wouldn't want to sell it without that. I saw a comp where someone had an auction and it went for like $80. I wouldn't do an auction on this. Auctions almost always end up selling for way less. I bet if I really wanted to, I could stick $150 on this and it might actually sell for that. But for 20 bucks, and I don't really have to spend any extra money on a battery or an SD card, that's a great find. So definitely look inside the bags and just look up different digital camera models. Because again, much like the Victoria's Secret scents, you don't really need to know anything about this stuff. You just have to be able to look up scent names or model numbers. So those are 2 really great categories where you don't necessarily have to have like the in-depth knowledge of these products. Just look it up. Just look it up. And I said I found 2 digital cameras, so yes, the second item was also a $20 digital camera. This one, I looked inside the box and it happened to be exactly what it said it would be, a Coolpix P310 in black. It's always nice when things have the original box, but not to be outdone, it has all the manuals and stuff, like the CD, not that anybody would really be needing or using that kind of stuff anymore, the instruction booklets, a charger, which is always nice to have, the TV cables. Doesn't look like this was really used that much, which is a great sign. And of course the camera itself. But unfortunately, it does not have the battery. It has all this other stuff, which is hilarious to me, but it does not have the battery, or an SD card for that matter. But my husband picks up a lot of SD cards, like little 2 gigabyte SD cards on clearance at Walmart for like trail cameras and stuff. Those will do just fine in here, and he gets them super cheap. So I guarantee I could bum one off my husband, an SD card. I will have to buy the battery for it though, but replacement non-OEM camera batteries are super cheap. So that's not a big deal to me. I spent $20 on the camera, and much like the last one, I should be able to get over $100, no problem. So what are we at right now? That's like $200 worth of stuff, and then the other stuff is maybe another $100, $150. So we'll say $350 worth of stuff. The last two things are just stupid good. Let's get into it. I don't even know how I didn't think about this before I started filming. I have no idea how I'm supposed to show you guys these things unless I like jam my seat back really far. But I have not one, but two Porsche Lego sets from the Goodwill. Please focus, I can't see. For $15.99 each. Most Goodwills now, I assume most Goodwills get products from Target, be they overstock or be they def salvage. And in this case, it was def salvage. You can tell because they'll have a def salve, defective or salvage sticker on them. And these are def salve because this one's not so bad, but this one, you really can't put this on the shelf in this condition. It is crushed beyond belief. Like to the point where it's basically open. So, you know, these kind of things get sent to Goodwill because what else is Target going to do with it? They can't sell this on the floor with the rest of the products. But they don't look like they've been opened, and the fact that there's two of them, they probably were in the same case that got like run over by a forklift or something. I really don't know, but it's a good sign that there's two identical ones that are both smashed on the same side of the box. So that tells me that they weren't like opened and resealed or something. And plus you can tell that the little pop seals on the sides of the boxes have not been like pushed in to be opened. So this was not a return. This was literally just like warehouse damage. So $15.99 each, and I had a coupon for 35% off. So I got those for like $10 and some change each. Both of these sets in brand new, like pristine box condition, sell for like $130 to $150 a piece on eBay. In this condition, I'll probably get about $100. I might open them up just to verify all the bags are there and just sell them in like open box but sealed packets condition. Because as long as you're not giving it as a gift to someone and you just like want to buy it and build it for yourself, most people are happy to like pay a little less because they don't care if the box is damaged as long as all the pieces are there. So I just could not believe my eyes. I could not, take them with me to the checkout fast enough. They were right on the counter right next to the checkout, so I don't know how nobody got to them sooner than I did. But it was a very lucky day. So I found 4 items worth over $100 a piece, and then 4 other items worth slightly less. Oh, I actually forgot there was one other thing I got at that Goodwill. It's hard to tell off season, but these typically sell really well for me around Christmas time. These Lightkeeper Pros, they're always like $3 or $4, and you can sell them for $20 to $25 like pretty quickly, especially if they're like still sealed in the box like this. So this is a really small little piddly thing to buy, and I'll probably have to hold it till Christmas time, but I'm fine with those little flips that I can find from time to time.
Post-production Heather here to talk about Terapeak on eBay and sell-through rates, because this is the perfect example. If you look this product up out of season, it doesn't look like much. We can see during 2 out-of-season months, this product has a 42% sell-through rate, with most selling for under $15. But if we look at the last 2 months of the year when the product is in season, it jumps to a 75% sell-through rate, with 628 sold versus just 72 in the same amount of time off-season. And there are many sold in the $20 to $25 range versus the lower out-of-season range. These things take time to build knowledge of over the years, but using Terapeak should also be something you do often to help build that knowledge, especially on seasonal products.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, $400 worth of stuff and then some in just one sort of afternoon in thrifting. So, excellent day. Very happy with my finds. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so, because I put out at least one video a month all about my full-time reseller adventures, be it thrifting, for eBay like today, or retail arbitrage for Amazon. Anyway, if you like this sort of quick and dirty before I get my kids from school format, which by the way, I have to go like now, drop me a like. And also comment if you found anything good at the thrift today. I want to know if you're having a good day too. If not, get out there, have fun, and find something good.